Pro League Season 10 will be the biggest season we've ever seen. With an increase across all ESL prize pools and the growth of smaller tournaments, Rainbow Six's pro scene will be exciting. With the introduction of Phantom's Sight, the Pro League meta will drastically change due to the addition of Mozzie and Gridlock, Glaz's rework, Lion's reintroduction, and the replacement of Oregon with Cafe Dostoyevsky. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting tomorrow, Mozzie will be available to play in Pro League. Mozzie takes elements of multiple operators and is a versatile character to have in a team comp. His pest launcher has the drone denial of Mute, the mobility of an Echo drone, and potentially the same amount of intel as Valkyrie. To top it off, he has above average primary weapons for fragging potential, a secondary shoddy for site setups and quick rotations, and he is a 2-2 operator. Few operators are as well rounded as Mozzie. With that description, he might seem OP. Although I hope we'll see him often, I think he has one major downfall for Pro League specifically. His pest launcher requires either great placement, fast and accurate aim, or the enemy team making a mistake. For his pest to be useful other than intel denial, it needs to catch a drone. Pro players are known to have great droning skill and awareness, so catching said drone will be a daunting task. Mozzie will have a high pick rate in the early season, but if pros adapt to counter his gadget or outright destroy it, his pick rate will slowly dwindle as the season progresses. Nonetheless, Mozzie has the potential of turning heavy roaming teams like Empire and G2 into even more of a threat than before. From personal experience and educated guess, I failed to see Gridlock as a major operator during this season. She fills the same role as Nomad but is less efficient in my eyes at it. Nomad is a 2-speed flank watch with decent weapons, and a gadget can be placed so that it is virtually uncounterable. As for Gridlock, she is a 1-speed op with a slow deploying gadget and good weapons. I highly value speed on attack, so her being a 1-speed makes her one of the worst operators on attack in my view. On the other hand, I heard that a good number of pros argued that she is surprisingly good in team comps and effective at delaying or preventing flanks and retakes. Equipped with smokes and a handy secondary shotgun, she is more versatile than her counterpart Nomad in certain situations. Although the jury is still out, she has a mixed reputation in the pro scene, and only time will tell if she will leave her mark or fall out of favor to more influential operators. With his recent nerf, Glaz will not capitalize on the defense's mistakes rather than being an invisible ninja killer. Glaz will think twice about pushing through smoke since he won't be able to see as easily through it. This change fundamentally shifts Glaz's role in the team. He will now be used to hold rotations or as a flank watch instead of being played as an entry fragger. Even though this is a substantial nerf, he will still be able to assist in smoke plants or executes, just not as effectively. He also remains the king of pixel peaks thanks to his banana scope. As much as I like this nerf, I'm worried about its viability in Pro League. Since he will now be a flank watcher or cutting defense rotations, I can't help but think that there are better options for this role out there. In the state Nomad is right now, she is much stronger at flank watching because of her close to invisible air jabs, and with the newly added Gridlock, yet another option to flank watch is introduced on attack. Furthermore, these two operators use their unmanned gadget to watch flanks, freeing an operator for executes. I'm all for the idea of multiple operators having similar roles, but I feel that Glaz will be one of the weakest choices to take for flank watching and executions. I can only see a grim future for Glaz's pick rate in Pro League, but maybe I failed to see his true potential. As is known to most, Lion will be reintroduced into Pro League. Although he was nerfed, I still think he will be one of Attack's strongest assets. Already we hear reports of pros protesting his reintroduction after facing him in scrims. Now, are these complaints the results of pros' traumatic stress and failure to adapt to a changing meta, or is Lion still fundamentally wrong for Rainbow Six Siege? Although there was some disapproval when his reintroduction announcement was made, I am surprised by how little uproar there was. Does that mean that he won't be abused and despised in Pro League? Maybe, but I hope that if he is broken, ESL or Ubisoft will act swiftly to address the issue by either quarantining him or nerfing him. Fingers crossed. Finally, something the community is united about: the reinstitution of beloved map Cafe Dostoyevsky. Replacing Oregon in the Pro League map pool, New Cafe has been showered with praise and compliments since its rework. Unlike Hereford's base rework, New Cafe kept everything that defined it and remodeled all of its poorest assets. Although there are still small issues with the map as people are testing its boundaries, Cafe will be fascinating to watch in Pro League as teams develop new strategies and mold its meta. Unfortunately, I believe we won't be seeing Cafe so soon since it is too fresh for teams to have a great understanding of the map. Therefore, we might see teams save Cafe for big events to hide their strats as much as possible. However, a new map is always exciting for the viewers. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long to see it in action. With this many changes and many more unmentioned like Cade's newly acquired C4, Season 10 will be a must-watch. Mozzie, Gridlock, Glass, and Lion will fundamentally impact the meta and hopefully pave the path for the best teams to dominate. I for one cannot wait for Season 10 to start. As always, good luck and have fun. God damn, that's cringy.